Hey fanboys, hey fangirls, Carnell Holley here at Southern-Fried Gaming Expo 2024. And I'm with none other than
Scott Ennis. Like
iconic
Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, Scrappy-Doo, the whole works, plus 25 other characters, but Scooby and Shaggy are pretty much the only ones that have ever worked for me.
Love it, love it. So this is your first time here.
First time here, man. Spooky Pinball is here. They asked me if I would come set up in their booth. So we're out here having a great time. And, you know, I got a chance to voice their new Scooby-Doo pinball machine. I'm the narrator in their new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And some other stuff we're in the works on. And I'm out here with Brett Wagner, who's Leatherface.
Right.
And he's right over next door. So this is a good time, man. I've never been to one of these. Wow. This is huge. Got a lot of vendors and everything. And, man, just meeting a lot of Scooby fans and playing pinball, you know.
So are you in fact a gamer?
I am a gamer. Well, now let me say, I'm a pinball gamer.
Okay.
The old school, right?
Okay.
I never, even though I voiced, 50 of the biggest, most popular Scooby games, I probably never played them. So my son has. But, and it's fun because I spent hours and hours voicing those games. But, and I kept saying to the people when we were doing it, I'm like, God, we're on level 50. Do we got to keep going? They're like, hey, some kids will get that, some won't, I couldn't hit level 2 on Donkey Kong. You know what I'm saying? So for it. But anyway, but I love pinball. I mean, who doesn't love pinball, right? So
what got you into the pinball?
my mother, I used back in the mid '70s in Columbia, Missouri. I'd go eat these old bear claws at this Saturday morning cartoons. So I'd get up, watch Saturday morning cartoons, and then my dad would drop us off because he'd have to go to work. So he'd drop us off at the cafe, and she would kind of like say, "Okay, now y'all, here's some quarters. But y'all go play the pinball machines," and I would go play the Evil Knievel and the Popeye pinball machine.
Okay.
Over and over and over. Okay. I think she gave us all the tip money. And years later, I would go on to be one of the voices of Popeye.
Right.
And it was just kind of cool because I started playing Popeye pinball. And while below me down, skiddly-dum, I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. So everything comes full circle in life,
Right. Having a fanboy moment. Bear with me. So, I mean, do you know about the creation of Popeye that it mentioned?
Well, I don't know the whole history of Popeye, but I know that Popeye is like 70 or 80 years old. He's up there. And so, but to be into that realm and to have gotten the chance here's the thing. I look at myself every morning, I wake up and I say, wow, how blessed am I? I'm voicing the Scooby-Doo characters of the franchise. That's one of the biggest in the world, right? I've done Popeye, which is like 80 years old. I've stepped into that. I also just stepped into the whole horror genre with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've got a chance to voice, Warner Brothers, I said, pay attention, boy. I said, you see that little house over there that says D-O-G? I said, that spells chicken. Go get them, boy. So I have been so honored to step into so many of the biggest franchises in the world. And still, at some point, I'm still doing it,
Right.
There's enough work to go around,
Yeah. Now that you mentioned it, because there was did you voice in the Scooby movie?
I did the talking toys for the movie Scoob, but I did not do the movie.
Okay, gotcha.
But man, Zombie Island, Witch's Ghost, which is in its 25th year with a Hex Girl. I'm a Hex Girl, and I'm gonna put a spell on you. Okay, so that's 25 years. We're celebrating that. Then we went to Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders. I met by chance a girl in bell-bottom pants, and she likes to say, Ruby. And then Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, which is all about gaming.
Right.
Okay. So, and then of course I've done so many, I've done thousands of talking toys, video games, Super Bowl ads through the years. It's just, even last year I voiced all the talking toys at Christmas that came out in the Cracker Barrel stores. You're sitting at Cracker Barrel, one of the most iconic where you can get lots of fried chicken, Southern fried stuff. And I'm sitting there listening to kids hit the button on the dancing Scooby, and he's singing, that's my voice, singing Christmas songs. So I got to pinch myself sometimes. How lucky am I?
Right.
Pretty cool.
Loving it. So the Scooby-Doo has been around for a minute.
Yeah, since 1969.
So I love how they're doing the renditions and making it more modern. Have you had a chance to see the Velma?
Yeah. I have. Yeah, it's not a thing. I'm not a big fan of that.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of everything plastic. And I think there's an old saying, keep it classy, San Diego. Stay classy, San Diego. Yeah. So I'm, it is what it is. I'm just a fan though of the classic Scooby Doo, and I think 99.9.9.9% of American people are. So, but it's it is what it is. I can't change that. It's not my deal. I don't own it. So, but I'm just happy to do what I do.
Right.
That's make kids smile, make kids laugh. I bring, I like to think, that I bring Don Messick, who was the original Scooby Doo. I know he would be proud, and if we were friends. And Casey Kasem, who I was friends with for years, he was in radio. I'm in radio. Now, the listener writes, "Dear Casey, moving up 5 notches this week." And so I bring that classic sound. And that's what I really love about being a part of this. And even today, like when Warner Brothers gets calls that people want to bring the original sound, I usually get the calls because I do Casey Kasem's Shaggy and I do Don Messick's Scooby. So, and I love those guys, and I'm honored. Those are big paws and shoes to fill, So, look, I'm glad. I tell people this. I'm so honored to be a small part of a major deal,
And when you say classic feel, you were the announcer for was it Iron?
I did recently with Zac Efron. I did the Iron Claw. I was the ring announcer. Ladies and gentlemen from Denton, Texas, weighing in at 245 pounds, Kevin Falls on Harry. So I did that, and I did Scrappy Doo in the motion picture in 2000. Puppy Power, and it's time that you make me your unquestioned leader. Either that or I'm out of here. And so, life's good, to be the voice, being a voice on these Nintendos and stuff is one thing. But to walk out and see kids playing, I saw a kid a while ago at the Spooky Pinball, and his mother is toting around a step stool so he can play these pinball. And this kid was knocking it out of the park on this Scooby-Doo. I kept waiting for the ball to go down. This kid would not let the ball. 10 minutes, I timed it. The ball took before he lost the ball. His mom goes, "He's been doing this since he was 2. He's 7. I was like, wow, this is the kid I want on my team.
Talent. So, are you going to be entering any of the competitions here?
Well, I'm performing Saturday. I don't know when this airs, but Saturday afternoon I'll be doing all the songs from the movies that I've done, putting on all the character voices and answering a Q&A. We're here all weekend. We're set up. We're selling Scooby merch. We're signing pictures from my movies, and we're having a great time. We're next to Leatherface over here, Brett Wagner. And just come see us, man. We want to say hi to everybody. We'll do the voices and make everybody smile, guaranteed.
You heard it here.
As Casey Kasem would always say, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.